Hey everyone, Z here, and today I'll be doing a video reflection on one of my favorite movies I really enjoyed. So, I'm going to talk about King Kong, the 1933 version by Merian C. Cooper and Ernest B. Schoedsack. And it also starred Fay Wray as Ann Darrow, who was a struggling actress, Robert Armstrong as Carl Denham, a filmmaker, and Bruce Cabot as Jack Driscoll, the captain of the ship. And the whole story about King Kong, the 1933 version, is about like a group of expedition teams along with Carl Denham and his filmmaking crew. They went on to go on an island called Skull Island, and they encountered like a group of natives, and then unfortunate events that happen, which are dinosaurs and Kong himself. And then his goal is like to make a movie, but then it ultimately failed, and then he decided to capture Kong and then just take him back to New York City and uses Kong as like some sort of, I wouldn't say like eighth wonder type MacGuffin. He was like more of some sort of monumental presentation, just to see how people were amazed to see a giant gorilla that came from an unknown island. And then it ends with the iconic moment where Kong rampages through New York, and then of course the iconic ending where Kong captures Ann Darrow and climb up to the top of the Empire State Building and then attacked by biplanes and then shot to death, which leads to like a quote from Carl Denham: "It was beauty that killed the beast." I think the whole argument of the film deals with the fact that Kong gets captured by a group of ship crew and then filmmakers, which leads to the fact that it's some anti-colonialism allegory that causes, the people from the ship crew captures Kong and then take him to New York City, as I've already mentioned in the previous clip. And it kind of makes sense that it's also the message that, and there was a message that Kong was a victim of colonialism, stating the fact that he's a captured being and being treated as like some sort of toy thing or a celebrity, as he is, and as it was stated in the film, like he was in a theater after Carl Denham presented Kong to the audience, and then it didn't work out so well, which causes Kong to go on a full-blown rampage. The film is clearly art for the sake, because Willis O'Brien did a phenomenal job on creating the stop-motion animation on the dinosaurs and Kong himself. My favorite part about the film is that Kong is going on a knockdown, drag-out death match with the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is like another iconic moment in the film, which also became the more dominant reference that leads to other films that uses the reference as like a monkey versus a dinosaur. This film has a very special place in my heart because it inspired me to become a filmmaker, since I'm currently majoring in film and television. I wanted to make a movie that brings in the creativity that comes from my mind. I also wanted to bring in the nature of the film, full of vibrance and ambition. King Kong, 1933 by Merian C. Cooper and Ernest B. Schoedsack, and then was also distributed by the now defunct company RKO, is a really good film. It's a solid 10 out of 10, and if you guys are interested in like movies, like monster movies like Godzilla for instance, or any other kind of monster movies, or if you guys are a big fan of King Kong, like the MonsterVerse or the Peter Jackson's remake of King Kong, I highly recommend watching this classic. It's really good. And for those of you who are aspiring stop motion animators, this film is for you, because Willis O'Brien did a good job making stop motion for Kong and the dinosaurs.